Hey guys, welcome to the Fumble. Make sure you like and subscribe before you do anything else. I'm your host, Britt Johnson, and I got my girl Jackie with me today, and we're about to hit the ring to fight it out over who is the GOAT of the NBA. Is it Michael Jordan? Is it LeBron James? Well, as you guys can see, I got my guy MJ, and we are going to tip off this first round with points. When it comes to points, Michael Jordan's had quite a few, 32,292 points during his NBA career to be exact, for a career average of 30.1 points per game. His best points per game season came in the 1986-87 season, where he averaged 37.1 for the season, but the key here is he was even greater in the playoffs, averaging 33.4, which is the NBA record for the playoffs. His average playoff high was 43.7. This means he scored when it mattered and won games when it mattered. Michael Jordan was a 10-time NBA scoring champion during his career. Some players may have more points than Michael Jordan, and the simple answer here would be, well, the length of their careers. When Michael Jordan played, he led most of the time in scoring, which is why looking at the average is way more important, because you get to see exactly how the baller impacted a specific year or a series when they are playing, not just by how many seasons they actually played. Some players went straight to the league from high school, but other players like Michael Jordan actually played college ball and shouldn't be penalized for furthering their education.
I just don't have a lot that needs to be said on this one, but in case you forgot, let me remind you about the 2018 slam dunk in the first quarter in the Cavs win over the Pelicans, where LeBron, at age 33, broke MJ's scoring record. Thank you. The record is broken, so there's really not much more I should have to say about that, but I will. LeBron James was less than 8 points away from matching MJ's rookie scoring average. MJ played 82 games and averaged 28.2 points per game. LeBron played 79 games and averaged 20.9 points, but let's not forget, MJ had a 3-year warm-up at UNC. And of course, we are not trying to penalize Michael Jordan for wanting to get an education. I just wish he had taken an economics class, because then maybe he wouldn't have lost $1.2 million in gambling debts, just for the record. How much money has LeBron lost in gambling? I forget. Is it? Nothing. Right. Let's move on. Unlike my counterpart who has LeBron hateritis, I can acknowledge the legacy of MJ. And as Britt noted, LeBron has Jordan in his rear view scoring-wise, but she blames it on the lengths of careers. What is no for 100, Alex? I would say it's focus. Now, while on the court, Jordan was hyper-focused. It was off the court that slowed his scoring prowess. From his 93 retirement /suspension /baseball run to his next retirement from 98 to 2001. Those breaks mean LeBron has played in 186 more games than Jordan thus far. But whose fault is that? If he hadn't taken time off, they would have a similar amount of time in the league. And so, LeBron is the clear winner here. Let's move on.
Championships, my specialty, and actually Michael Jordan's specialty too. So let's talk about consistency when it mattered most. Michael Jordan was king at that. Not only did he win 6 NBA championships with the Bulls, he never went to a Game 7 in all 6 of those championships, which means every championship series was at least won by 2 games. No one could touch Michael Jordan and the Bulls in the finals. And you want to talk about talent he went up against? Well, in the finals alone, he beat Magic Johnson and the Lakers, Clyde Drexel with the Blazers, where Jordan actually averaged 35.8 points per game that series, the season MVP Charles Barkley and the Suns, the Supersonics, and then up against another season MVP in Karl Malone with the Jazz in 97, and again in 98 with the Jazz, who actually secured the #1 spot in the league in the regular season. Jordan took that legendary shot over Byron Russell to secure his 6th and final title. When talking about championships, no one played better playoff basketball than Michael Jordan, and well, he has the rings to prove it.
All right, well, championship-wise, there's a clear winner there as well. But let's just break that down, okay? First of all, let's remember that Michael Jordan is human. In '85, the Bulls were knocked off in the first round by the Milwaukee Bucks. In '86, the Bulls were swept by the Celtics, even with Jordan scoring 63 points in Game 2. Jordan and the Bulls were swept again by the Celtics in '87. They lost in '88, '89, and '90. They got the invite, but they couldn't close the deal. In fact, Jordan has made 13 playoff appearances, but it wasn't until he and Scottie Pippen started gelling that he got the chip. In their '91 playoff win, Scottie Pippen was averaging 21.6 points per game. He had 151 rebounds and was making 79% of his free throws. Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and Bill Cartwright were an unstoppable unit in '91, '92, and '93. Even B.J. Armstrong was getting into the mix by then. LeBron has made just as many playoff appearances as MJ, but he has only had that Batman and Robin type chemistry twice. In his first playoff appearance with the Cavs, LeBron was averaging 30.8 points per game. The next closest to him was 11.1. Next season, same thing. No big help from any of the starters. The next year, Delonte West joined the Cavs. We'll just leave that at that. I did think the tide would turn when Mo Williams joined, and he averaged 16.3 points in the playoffs, but that Avengers type team that MJ had never existed for LeBron. Not until LeBron got to play with his bestie. To be honest, I'm really kind of bummed that LeBron didn't get that kind of unit that MJ had. But yes, the chemistry dice definitely rolled in MJ's favor, so he is the championship winner.
Oh, we talking MVPs. Not only did Michael Jordan go up against some of the greatest ballers of all time that also won MVPs during that career, none of them came close to MVPs Jordan had during that time. And let's count them up. 5 NBA MVP awards over a 10-year span. First being in 1988 and his last in 1998. First being in 1988 and his last in 1998. I want to talk about his final NBA MVP run, and that was a special one. That one was the one that happened in 1998. Not only was he NBA MVP, but he was also NBA Finals MVP, AllStar Game MVP, All-NBA First Team, All-Defensive First Team, and NBA Scoring Champion. All that happened in the same season that Michael Jordan also turned 35 years old. Total, he had 6 NBA Finals MVPs and 3 NBA All-Star Game MVPs. And let's not forget to mention that the man has even been awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Now, if that doesn't say GOAT, I don't know what else does.
Okay, 2 things. First of all, the MVP award is a popularity contest. If you don't believe me, ask James Harden. Second, there is no way Derrick Rose should have beat LeBron James for the MVP. In 2011, Derrick Rose got the MVP, even though LeBron had him beat in every single category. What really happened is people were pissed that he made the move from Cleveland to Miami, so they gave it to the Jordan wannabe journeyman. And you know the voting is filled with haters when Steve Nash wins the 2005-2006 MVP. The man was averaging 18.8 points per game. 18! You would have to convince me that the 10.5 assists he had when LeBron beat him in every other category is what gave him the nod. Stop it. LeBron should have 6 MVPs right now. But hey, I get it. I'm not winning any popularity contest either, so we'll just move on.
Now, speaking of those 3 NBA All-Star MVPs, Michael Jordan had a total of 14 All-Star appearances. How many seasons did he play in the league again? Oh yeah, 15, which means he was an All-Star every single year but the year that he only played the last 17 games of the season, which happened after All-Star break. So technically, he was an All-Star every single season he played, even including his rookie season. Closest thing to perfection, actually, when it comes to NBA players being named an All-Star every season they played. Not to mention just his All-Star appearances, but he was a part of the greatest Olympic team in history, the 1992 Dream Team, where the USA went on to win the gold. Michael played in his final Olympics.
It actually surprises me that this All-Star category is on here. MJ has been to every All-Star game he played in the league except for one. LeBron has as well. If you're making an exception for MJ, make it for LeBron too. I'm not entertaining this nonsense. And as far as a gold, if it was just based on Olympic medals, we are even there as well. Plus, in the 2012 game, we would have lost to Spain if it had not been for LeBron's dunk and three-pointer in the last 2 minutes of the game. So like I say every time LeBron is on the court, you're welcome, America.
Alright guys, we end this GOAT debate with the number one, hands down, end of discussion reason why Michael Jordan is the GOAT over LeBron James. This logo right here, the brand, the Jordan brand, the only NBA player to have his own brand of shoe and which now other athletes are sponsored by. The Jordan brand is the greatest. These shoes are a lifestyle. Not only was he able to completely revamp a then dying NBA into what it is now, he made basketball a brand that became a way of life for people. The slogan, "Everyone wanted to be like Mike," was actually a factual statement. All the greats to come after, like LeBron and Kobe, all took pieces of Michael Jordan's game and made it their own. Without Jordan, would the others be who they are now? Well, the easy answer is basketball wouldn't be what it is now without Michael Jordan. He is the only player to own an NBA team, a brand which has given him a net worth of $1.9 billion, making him the richest basketball player in the world. When you say the greatest of all time on the court in the game of basketball, the easy answer is this: Michael Jordan, baby!
Now this one, let me get comfortable because I am ready for this one, because brand is where LeBron has Michael Jordan beat hands down. Listen up, kids. You are your brand. You are the legacy. You are the one who has to leave an imprint on this world. LeBron has Michael Jordan beat in every way in that category. If the coronavirus were to end sports as we know it, God, please don't let that happen. But if it did, this MJ debate and the talk about his shoes would fade away. But the kids whose lives have been changed forever by LeBron will always sing his praise. Way before the I Promise School, he started an after-school All-Stars program. It began as a bike-a-thon called Wheels for Education that raised money for children in Akron to help them with their education and give them a place to go after school. And you remember the ESPN program called The Decision, about LeBron James' decision to go to Miami. He set aside $2.5 million of the proceeds for that to go to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Then, right after agreeing to a lifetime deal with Nike, he partnered with the University of Akron to send over 1,100 kids to college with a personal pledge of $42 million. And now, with his I Promise School that is giving kids food, counseling, encouragement, education, and covering college tuition as well, LeBron's brand is sealed. There is no competition from MJ on this one. And I personally want to thank LeBron for all he does to help out kids in his community. King move. GOAT move. That's going to do it for us. Let me know who you think is the GOAT in the comments below. For myself and Britt Johnson, thanks for watching The Fumble, and we'll see you next time.